Start recording. That's gonna be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome everybody to another episode of Rocks Fall Everyone Dice. I'm here with the Amber family. Hello, Amber family. What happened last time on episode 24?
So previously on, the party wakes up to two of the party members just going at each other's throats verbally. Sebastian intervenes like the peacekeeper he be.
Good thing you said verbally.
Yep. Eventually, the party then moves
Not that
on.
kind of stream.
We do have a warning, like a rating, right? Like we warn people.
I don't know. I put the adult thing on, so I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about cursing. Anyway,
This is not for children. Children, go somewhere else.
and also apparently embryos. Apparently, you also can't watch this show.
That's right.
Well, they would require eyes and external access to a uterus.
And being unfrozen.
Let it go.
We move on, and as we're traveling, we happen to run in to we're coming to a bridge, and we see a goat who is yelling at the bridge, and he attempts to cross it. As he do, the bridge eats him. The whole bridge was a mimic. So we decide to take a shortcut
Nope the fuck out.
through the woods and say no thank you to bridge mimics. We're just gonna let those sleeping bridges lie. So we proceed on. We come to a road finally. We are headed towards the central door to go out of the conservatory and back down and around to the wing. We happen to come across a lady sleeping in the middle of the road with a unicorn as her cuddle buddy. And it's weird, but at the same time, none of us are really shaken about it because at this point in this house, everything's weird. Turns out it was a member of the family who has been trying to stay away from the man folk as much as possible. With an attempt to wake her up without approaching, we message her, and Isadora Amber opens her eyes, wakes up, asks the male members of the party to turn away. They do so. From there, the female members of the party have conversations with her. She agrees to come with us. We wrap a curtain, I believe, is what we pulled out of the bag of holding. We wrap a curtain around her so that she's not seen directly, because any male that sees her isn't, or anyone more disposed to that, or what is it, indisposed to that gender, is enthralled by her. So we proceed. The unicorn comes along. A few of the members can pet it. Most of the members can't. Because things are weird, there's multiple attempts to speak to the unicorn. And it is indeed something that thinks... It is a unicorn that thinks it's a horse. So, hilarity...
Horse.
Yeah, sure. Hilarity ensues. The party then continues on. We do get outside. We make it around to the, I believe, west wing. Is the east wing. East wing. And as we're entering, Penny and Sebastian go to Camilla's room to find Mary Helen and get the manacles. And then while we're still in room 78, basically the entryway, they put the manacles on the unicorn.
I would like to point out that was Vetter's idea.
That was my idea.
You still went to go get them.
I forgot
But yes.
why that room got destroyed. Now I remember.
Vetter
Yeah.
puts them on.
Yeah.
The
No,
room...
he made me do it
He made you do it?
because
Yeah.
he couldn't touch the
You
unicorn.
couldn't touch the unicorn.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, because
Only virgins can touch a unicorn.
Right.
I was distracted with trying to think on something very, very hard and didn't think before I did it, and that's the last time I'll ever fucking listen to Vetter.
Yeah.
I mean, we found out a secret.
Could have told you that in the first place. Anywho, we proceed to find out that the unicorn that thought it was a horse is indeed actually a big ass red dragon. Through a skill challenge, really, we were able to. Oh, I know.
I'll let her out. Real
We
quick
were
while you're
able
doing that.
to get the manacles back on the dragon before more destruction ensued, and truly we only lost the entryway to the house. Turned back into a unicorn that then thought it was a horse. After learning that there are other family members upstairs, we take the unicorn and Isadora up to what's her name?
Do you also want to go outside?
Nicole, who can turn things into puppets. And Penny tells them to come outside after learning somebody's not a puppet, or somebody's a little bit of a hussy. Takes everybody outside. Most of the members of the party go outside. Some of us see what's happening and run the fuck away because we had a moment of...
Don't lie. You had no idea what was about to happen.
The moment she saw you outside, I specifically said she runs away and hides, and then she nat 20 to a stealth and is hiding in her pile of books, probably. Vetter is intrigued and is taking notes. I don't remember where everybody else was, but with the help of Nicole, Penny and Nicole are able to turn the dragon into... They take the manacles, use those again, turn the dragon back into a dragon, and then Nicole touches the dragon to turn it into a puppet. And then once the manacles come off, it turns into a puppet unicorn
That makes horse noises.
that thinks it's a horse. And at the end of all that, we gave Mary Teresa back the manacles so she could not be attacked by household objects.
Mary Helen. Mary Teresa's the ones upstairs in the
Mary Helen. Yep, sorry, Mary Helen. And then Penny's mom, Camilla, has words with Penny, and then most of the party then goes to the room that Camilla's been staying in for words to be had. So in-game time, it is 2 p.m. Camilla's room on the first floor near the library.
Okay.
Excuse me. And that is where we are at.
Okay. So, you find yourselves in that scene, all of you except for one specific character. So you pick up there. I am available for the NPCs who are in the scene if you need them. Regardless, it is your scene. So remind me, who's in the scene? You four are... Nicole is, right?
No.
She went back upstairs.
Nicole was knocked out,
Oh,
and
she's out.
Mary Therese.
Mary Therese went back to her room to take a nap.
Sebastian took her back upstairs.
Sebastian
She had
did.
passed out.
What is it? Charles? Not Charles. The other C. Took Nicole back upstairs.
Claude,
thank you.
Yes.
Took Nicole back upstairs because she's currently unconscious from being projected by a dragon. Yeeted by the dragon. Vetter is frantically note-taking within the library. Damalis, I believe, was watching from a window. Tamir, I don't remember where you were, but I believe Sebastian was helping Mary Helen back, and then is meeting back in Camilla's room.
I'm starting my thesis on curse,
Enochian curse.
Enochian curse on Enochian curse.
Right.
Versus anti-magic.
Versus anti-magic.
Right.
That's a hell of a paper. I can't wait to read it.
I will not be proud of
Yeah.
that accomplishment.
His thesis is started.
What I'm pointing out on my screen is my dissertation research from part 1. I have 3 more stacks like that. So when you say that, I'm like, no, I'd like to read that paper. You're hell up more interesting than what I'm reading right now.
Interesting. You're just tired of your subject, Mr. Almost Doctor.
I'm working on it. I'm
So, yeah.
hoping to defend this semester.
So, as far as I'm aware, Damalis is not there.
Yeah.
He's gone off to do some errand. He's probably helping Claude pick up the foyer. Vetter's not there, and Uzela's not there, but I think everybody else is in the room.
I'm basically in the library looking out the window while writing a thesis, now becoming thesis paper.
So you are in that scene. Feel free to enter the scene when you feel it's appropriate. Given that, it is your scene. And what NPC was here again? It's Mary Helen's here, or
Camilla.
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 Milla's the only one here.
Camilla.
Oh. No, the elderly gentleman,
William.
And then his son,
Oh,
Charles.
thank you.
Yes.
Because Charles is still a baby. Baby
Yes.
Charles. Camilla has baby Charles.
And
Ah.
I'm pretty sure Madeline.
And
too.
Madeline is
Yeah.
there, yes.
So
When you say Camilla has baby Charles, I can only think of the King of England.
okay.
Think
So
of the what?
William's here. Just let me roll for that. And he's cognizant right now.
See if he can actually force out a spell, maybe.
Okay. Given that, I'm available for NPCs. It is your guys' scene.
Sebastian finishes taking Mary Helen.
Mary
back
Helen.
upstairs.
Mary
Yeah.
Teresa.
Mary Teresa. I can't
No.
get these straight. I'm trying.
Mary Helen.
That's why we have
was
a
the one
sheet.
knocked out. Claude took her upstairs.
No.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Mary Teresa
Appreciate
and
that.
Nicole,
I'm
the
actually
ones
reading the
that were
notes.
in
I
the
still can't get
nursery.
this
Mary Helen is their mother that stays in the room with Camilla.
Right.
He took Mary Teresa back upstairs to the nursery.
That was Claude. Claude took them upstairs. He went to take Mary Helen back to the room. The room with the manacles. but
This
she
is
was
too
too
many
short of a
people
neck.
with fucking double names.
Doesn't
Tony.
matter. They're in their
God
rooms.
damn it.
They're in their respective rooms.
I blame the module.
I blame
You can
Obama.
blame the module all you want. You had the power to change names.
It's true.
remembered.
And this is why we get confused.
Right. That one
It's
guy.
like he's
that we-
addicted to chaos or something.
You know, if my storyteller made me food, I would not be bagging on my.
That's all right. I'm my own critic. Anyway, it is your scene. I will step out of it. Let me know if you need one of the NPCs. They'll be there in the background, available.
Okay.
So Sebastian will come back downstairs,
Mhm.
quietly make his way to the penny. He's not in a rush. Is now a good time to talk?
I mean, I guess, but I kind of figured Vetter would want to see this, and she'll hold up the unicorn puppet that thinks it's a horse.
I do. You hear that from the? You hear it from in the library. I want to see that.
So fucking get over here!
So I reach out and put my hand on it because, you know, who doesn't want better stuff than unicorn touch so well?
That's okay. Catherine has a question. If the unicorn is a puppet now, can the men now touch it?
Right? Can us whores touch the unicorn?
Oh shit, am I enthralled by the puppet? I
No. It was Isadora you were enthralled by. It was the
Shit, they
it was
can't.
the lady.
Because it's
that you
still
were
a
enthralled by,
unicorn.
not the unicorn.
It's just in puppet form. It changes the
Also-
form, not the property.
Well, I can't.
Isadora is also
You
in the
can't
room.
pet the puppet.
Isadora's in the room.
Us whores can't pet the puppet.
Oh, speak
You know, it's
for
not
yourself,
sexual anyway.
sinner.
Can I pet your puppet? I don't think I
Okay,
like
so
this
she's in that
puppet.
room in the burqa.
Yes, she's wearing essentially. Yep, I
Amazing.
forgot she was there as well.
Comes out with a basically a plank of wood and a paper that he's still trying to write with.
Did you just
You
make
left
a
the library.
fantasy clipboard?
He did.
In all fairness, when you went to the library, did you take a clipboard or a book?
It would be a clipboard because he's afraid that Claude might
Okay,
kill him if he
okay.
uses a book.
Okay.
Penny, thank you.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. Hello,
Um,
darling. Oh my god.
but he is calling out for Claude. Claude! Claude!
You call out for Claude, but Claude doesn't appear to be around. From
Damn it!
He's upstairs. So.
Be like, I want to see that. Give me a second. I open up the door to her mother's room because it's across the hall.
Mm-hmm.
The room we're in right now?
Oh, you walked into her.
They're in
Okay.
that room.
So he's
Camilla.
walking into Camilla's room, going, "I can't find Claude. Would you happen to know where a is there any writing implements that write for you in this house?"
An enchanted pen?
Well, have you ever learned the spell Mage Hand?
I don't have that spell.
That's best to learn, dearie.
Been a few other things I've been
What about
Don't get me wrong, I
Oh,
kind of wish I
civil
had it
servant?
right now, but
Well, I found best if you want to do something and you know it can be done and you have the ability, then thus you should learn it and not blame yourself.
more asking to see if there happens to be one around here, you know. Large house full of wizards and magicians.
I'm sure there is, but I try not to leave this room due to catoblebuses and tigers roaming the hall and your sister stealing my grandnephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your sister stealing my grandnephew.
The puppet.
I know, that's a sentence I had
I
not
mean, to
on
be
my
fair-
bingo card.
That would work.
Yeah. I do not specialize.
That's how I pointed the-
Okay, I'm like, what the fuck are you pointing at my stomach right now? I'm very confused. Oh, yeah, I'm holding the unicorn.
But William is around the corner. He is currently cognizant. You could ask him. If anyone knows, it would be William.
I go around the corner.
To bother
She's already been
the
out.
senile man.
Damn
Oh,
it.
no. She's only been out like twice. I think she wants
You
to
don't
play.
just have
Yeah.
an ink pot.
It's hard to carry an ink pot and write a paper at the same time.
Choices.
You need to get or make you a traveling writing desk.
Yes.
So it holds your ink pot.
He goes over to William.
Yes, Vita?
That's close.
Ah, good Vita. How can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to have a self-writing quill?
Oh, yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Can I borrow it for a little while?
Oh, of course. Room 103 in Lorehold, in my office, in the city of El. Should take some time, unless, of course, you wish to teleport there. Simple matter, really.
1 second, I need to roll a percentile to see if he's willing to ask the senile old man.
To teleport him to Lorehold and back.
Yeah.
We do it.
I'm
There are
betting
wrong
it's gonna
answers
be
to
a
this question.
no.
I just want to point that one out to you.
You know what? I have D&D Beyond right now. Oh, that's a 50.
So it's a 50-50 shot. You're not sure?
No, it's 40. It's 0 to 50, and then
It's even odd, dude.
1 to 50, and then 51 to 100. Okay. No, that might be a little far for me right now. You wouldn't happen to know of one that's closer.
I mean, the Thousand Towers of Henbrook. You probably find a good pen there.
How about inside the house?
Perhaps. I know Simon had one.
Simon.
And of course there is Gaston. Gaston does have several animated painting and writing implements, mostly for artistry.
Where are their rooms?
Gaston
Yes.
or Simon?
Either.
Oh, specifically actually on this this floor. Gaston's bedroom is upstairs, and I believe Simon's bedroom, if memory suits me, was also upstairs as well. At least the one he stays at times.
Right. Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. Anything else, grand cousin, second cousin? No, first cousin. No, it would be
I
first.
mean,
No, it would be nephew. You're my nephew.
oh, yeah.
Yes, you're my second cousin and
I'm
my
in a
nephew.
completely different room.
So he looks over to absolutely nothing, says that, and looks back.
You have a nice day. Thank you.
Well, we'll see if the day pans out to be good.
Yeah, yeah.
If not, I'm sure to forget it.
Hopefully that'll change soon.
No, yes, if you become a master of time magic,
No,
then not.
no. I've learned a few things.
Oh, so have I.
Hoping to stop the Enochian curse.
Ah, fair. Good luck.
Yeah,
You-
that's what I'm writing about right now, actually.
No, you should definitely go to the Thousand Towers of Pembroke. There's an entire section on Enochianism up there.
I'm actually, my current thing is about how an Enochian curse affects another Enochian curse in the stead while anti-magic is being used.
Chain continuum events, yes. But anyway, good luck to you, nephew, and your struggles. Oh, hello, dearie. How can I help you? You are?
Vetter, thank you for all of your help. I will send somebody over with a cup of tea.
Oh, yes, I would. He's holding a cup of tea. I would love a cup of tea.
Ah, good. He leaves.
Turns back to the corner and has a conversation.
A conversation with no one about nothing.
Stellar,
Could be ghosts.
you missed an opportunity.
I
It
did.
would have been. You could have easily said, "And there it is, time magic. Goodbye." Let me know when you're done with your scene. I'll jump over to the other one.
That's that. He comes back
Okay.
basically to
Oh, okay.
everybody else.
You guys are united in your scenes now.
Except we have no idea where Uzla is.
She's super sneaky.
Very, very sneaky sniper.
Sneaky. Go on.
It just makes me think of that Adam Sandler movie where it's like rich uncle or something dies and he inherits a whole lot of money and that one butler.
Mr. Dobbs.
Yeah.
Yes, that one. I'm still just marveling over this unicorn. So proud of myself.
So Sebastian can't touch the unicorn. Is that what I've been told?
Correct.
Yeah, because you're a whore, like the rest of us.
No, because you're a man. And it's a male unicorn.
I'm a bard.
But have you stopped anybody?
I'm a bard. It kind of goes with the description.
Okay, you're a man and a horse, so you cannot touch the unicorn.
I cannot touch the unicorn. So I try and
Yeah, you reach out to touch the unicorn, and you keep getting close, but then it's more of a mental barrier than a physical barrier, right? Like you just stop.
like part of my brain knows this is not for me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and laugh all you want.
I'm gonna try and push his hand forward.
You can try, but even as you try to do it, you stop trying to interact with the unicorn. The idea of
So
pushing
I
something
will
that
turn
might
to
touch
Vetter.
the unicorn does it.
Sebastian will turn to Vetter. Why are you holding me?
I was gonna see if I could push your hand into it.
Do you not see what the end result is? Let go of me.
Yeah. Goes back and damn it! I need an ink pot. Anyone got an ink pot?
Stick around for a minute, Vetter. Apparently, having wanted to talk to this.
Ow.
I just looks patiently at Penny. No harm in saying it.
Penny will look to her mother and her face is very conflicted because this has been something they have kept under wraps her entire life for good reason. And she'll say, if we're going to do this, then all of us need to be present if we are able. Because anyone
I'm here except for
seen
Ursula. Let's be honest. Even when she's here,
Huh?
She ran deeper into the library the last time I saw her.
Sebastian. At that point, if you say that, Sebastian will go towards the library. I'll be right back. Goes to the library.
Okay.
Let me know when I get there.
You arrive at the library. No issue. It's
Right.
literally across the hall.
Okay, great. I say not over loud voice, but enough loud voice. Ursula, Penny is about to share some secrets, and perhaps you'd like to hear them. One chance only, starting in 10 seconds. He turns back around and walks confidently across the floor back over to Penny. Can I make an intimidation roll?
or a persuasion roll or something?
It whatever you feel is appropriate.
I don't know if that, I mean, honestly, I don't know if that even requires a roll. It's just a role-playing piece.
So what I normally do for social role play between players is I normally let the role play stand, right? Just because I'm conscious of you're a character, but you're also a player. You know, like NPCs have to obey the rules of like social challenges. Where for PCs, I let you guys kind of police each other, right?
Totally fine. And actually, that's why I started, as soon as I started, like, no, that's not.
Yeah, it's just more of an autonomy thing with me. That's about it. Anyway, regardless, it's your scene.
And he'll come back over to where Penny is, so that Ursula knows that he has actually left the room to go have that other conversation. Look at Penny. She's either coming or she's not.
Did you grab an ink pot while you were in there?
Better. As you become more powerful, is your patience slipping?
I don't want to forget what I just saw in the magical spectrum,
I don't.
so I'm trying to write it down before I forget.
I have paper in my backpack. Well, the bard has no paper. Doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, I do. Ink pen, ink pot, paper. Hands you ink, a quill, and paper.
Okay. He just starts writing everything. Continue writing everything he saw,
It's perfectly reasonable.
trying to get the entire description down before he forgets it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Ursula going to come out of hiding?
She wasn't in the library. She ran out of the library.
Oh,
She didn't
Jesus
hear it.
Christ. Hey, Vetter,
Yeah,
bust
that's
out
what I
that
thought.
fish.
She ran out. She saw it was too close to the window.
Better.
Oh, right, she don't tell louder. She might be another wink.
Better.
She went no.
Better. Better. Bust out the fish. She's gonna need to hear this shit.
F2?
The fish
Do it.
needs to hear this?
Do it.
Mm.
The dragon almost squashed me to death. Bring out the fucking fish.
I'd rather be squashed by a dragon.
Go into the hall with the fish. Do the thing.
You go in the hall with the fish as he has a jar of.
Go, you little bitch.
Okay, while they're doing this, I will go to the hallway and see if there's a fucking fish in the hallway. Is there anything?
Oh, and the cold.
Just waving the jar
Vetter pulls out a jar
To see
out of
what
his
the noise.
backpack. Is what you see, and he's just like, oh, you do it.
What the hell is that?
Ursula's favorite snack.
You've been carrying pickled fish?
Oh, dearie, that smells absolutely dreadful.
It does, right?
Oh, God.
Does Ursula smell the fish?
Is
How close do we need to get
I
the fish
roll
to her?
to see where it
Oh,
went.
daughter, is this important to you?
Yes.
Put away the fish, please.
Okay.
All right. She starts. Alexa, stop. She starts shuffling up her cards. She deals out her cards. As she deals out her cards, one of them pushes itself forward. All right. She's hiding underneath Nicole's bed. I've just cast Find Person.
She ran away.
All right. Sebastian, do you want to go get Uzula out from under Nicole's bed? Which is upstairs.
He hands you the jar and says, "Take it. Maybe I don't have to carry it on me anymore."
He takes a deep breath and says, "Why do I always have to?" All right, I'll go find Uzula.
Do you take the pickled herring with you?
way towards that room, which is upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go to that room.
Okay. You arrive. I would say Claude is probably in the hallway outside. He's smoking a pipe and just kind of relaxing up there. Nicole and her sister are kind of hanging out in the doorway, just kind of talking back and forth. And there's just kind of like a small puppet man with like long curly hair just kind of standing, between them as they're having a conversation back and forth. Something to do about just like a broken trust.
Yeah, I know what that's about. That was outside and not out. Well, almost outside. So, ladies, may I get past you to go into the room? There's something I need from under the bed.
Nicole kind of looks at you like, under whose bed?
With that bed.
My bed?
Yes. May I?
I'll take a look. I have private things under that.
By all means, please.
There
Is
are,
Nicole the one that
Did you go
slept with
fucking
someone else before she went?
I believe, Nicole is, no, she is the wild magic one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
That makes it better what we might find under this bed because I got totally scared for a
Okay.
PG game.
She's the one that's affected by wild magic.
Gotcha.
So Nicole walks over to her bed and looks under her bed. Why are you underneath my bed?
There's a dragon outside and Penny was going to release it. And I didn't think that was someplace Lucas should be, so I ran away.
Can you please get out from underneath my bed?
Dragon gone.
I'm going to cast a spell, and both of us are going to be surprised by the result.
Is the dragon gone? She's more scared of the dragon than she is of the wild magic.
I'm going to cast a dragon underneath that bed.
That's not very nice.
Well, go hide underneath your own.
She's coming out from under the bed. She said that is not very nice. She leaves. Yeah.
Well, Nicole and Mary
As
just
soon
kind
as
of look at
Sebastian
me
would
like,
reach out to her, Sebastian would be like, "Sister, we're meeting downstairs. Continue moving on. Please come with me."
Okay.
Good.
Is the dragon gone? She didn't answer the question. She's just gonna bring another one here.
Is what dragon gone?
No, I saw it.
There has never been a dragon.
Okay, no, you can't gaslight me into that. Is the dragon gone?
This
Oh my god,
is
it's
not
such a
gaslighting.
big
There
group
is
for
no
Ursula.
dragon.
Sorry, I missed what you
Come
said.
downstairs. Come downstairs and show me proof of a dragon.
Well, the entire foyer is gone. For what?
Yes, but at least now you're downstairs. Great. Come on over here.
as you guys are talking, Mary's looking underneath her bed, and she's like, "Is there anyone under here?"
No, it was
It's
just me.
Henry.
If there is, please let the rest of us know. I don't think that there is. I just.
Sebastian, legit. Like, she'll stand out in the hall, because
Oh yeah.
is the dragon gone?
Claude's staring at you both while he's smoking a pipe. Just
She'll look at
enjoying
Claude. Is the dragon gone?
The dragon is gone.
Okay.
Long live the dragon.
I don't know why everybody's having such a hard time answering that question.
Oh, I wonder what that would be like. Please come with me.
Uzla's confused. But, I mean, she's...
Yeah.
The dragon's gone. She believes it.
Great. We get to the bottom of the stairs. He'll say, "You can come see what the dragon's been turned into."
So it's not gone.
Of course it is. And in its place, we
Here, I
swapped
have a
it.
prop.
I just point over where Penny is.
Oh, so it worked.
What worked?
I saw the start of this, and that's why I ran away.
You saw the start of
She was gonna do the thing and make it a dragon again. So I left. I thought that was the
It
smart
lasted
move.
less than a second. It was amazing.
Great.
I got beat up, but that's alright. I took damage for that guy. It was a wonderful, wonderful ploy. Now, we have some important things to talk about. And Penny wanted you here so you could hear them, because she is a good sister.
Okay, so before you say that, Oozle, you said you got hurt, so she'll kind of like pat your elbow because I assume that's where she reaches on you, and
Probably,
give
yeah.
and 9, no, not 9. 2. You can roll 2d6 for healing light.
Oh, awesome. Thanks. Do you want to roll or want me to roll?
You can roll it. That's fine.
That's 8.
Cool.
Fantastic.
She can't do
Some of the
much.
stuff on him goes away.
Yeah, so she'll say, okay, cool, yeah, because people get hurt around red dragons. That's why I ran away. I did the smart thing. And then you say, Penny's a good sister, and she's like, whatever. And then, I mean, she's just waiting for you to go in, so she'll follow.
I have done something weird to the sheet. Hold on a second.
I broke Sebastian.
You broke my screen broke.
Ah,
Oh, I see.
I'm that good.
Yeah, that good. Okay, I'm back now. And he just walks you over towards where Penny is, and he actually has a seat on the floor. He seems... He looks exasperated. Which is actually the first time he's been exasperated in the 25 games we've been here. He's been frustrated. He's never been like this.
So you all gather in a 20 by 25 foot room. The main features, of course, is the large wooden table where your mother does her arts or crafts, and of course her card readings at. Beautiful wallpaper, all hand painted. Probably by either Gaston or his grandsire, and with beautiful decorations of dancing Florians around a celebration tree, around the tops of the wallpaper, flowery decor, and the amber sigil prevalent there within. Several chairs are available, and there is a steaming pot of tea in the middle that your mother has made for afternoon tea and some dried biscuits. So, with that, the scene is yours. I believe the only signature NPC here right now is your mother, currently.
Okay. So, Mother, I think it's time. We deserve to know.
You believe that it is time? It is time.
And she'll sort of just sink into a chair and pour herself a cup of tea. Set the unicorn on the table and pour a cup of tea. And she won't look anybody in the face because this is terrifying for her. She's never told anybody because her mom and dad basically told her, don't fucking tell anybody. We'll figure this shit out. So, as we are all aware, Lord Amber had some adventures resulting in our very large family. And being the result of one of those liaisons, there is a reason that I have a vested interest in finding his ring and bringing this curse to an end. I'm told that my biological mother is a hag. Kind of look at Camilla to try to fill in some of the gaps on that.
Yes. Many years ago, Sebastian's uncle, your father, the family was presented with a bundle by a odd-looking woman, one that would not reveal her face, leaving it for us. Later, we found out that this woman was a Granny Hundred Hands. From what Sebastian would mention, is a an elder hag, and that Stephen had stooped a hag for some temporary measure of power, something that he wanted.
Isn't there a hag in
Sebastian, my husband, who has gone on many long adventures, as I am well aware, I was involved with one of them, where he was able to rescue me from my plight. Searched many years for a cure for your condition, and didn't come back from his last expedition in my homelands. And our understanding is hag children are normal as we are until your 18th birthday. And on the first moon of your 18th birthday, you are forcibly transformed into a hag. And you stop being yourself. And my daughter's gone at that point.
Everyone I loved in my childhood is a target.
Yes.
Everyone that I was indifferent to or disliked doesn't matter anymore. There's only the driving need to murder everyone I loved as a child. Until they're all gone.
Your biological father was a coward. He refused to interact with you. Sebastian was not a coward. He was not afraid to love you, regardless of what the potential consequences.
Stephen didn't
then.
want it. That's all that was.
Even
He
only
knew
for
that.
himself.
He knew that if I loved him instead of hated him, he would be the first one to die. So instead, he sacrificed you and Father.
Your father never loved anyone except for Jean-Louis and himself.
So Mother and I decided that it would be best if I did my best to push people away the closer my 18th birthday got. Because love has always come easily to me. I can't help but find every new sibling that comes to light already has a piece of my heart. And so I hope that by pushing them away, by being mean, by being cruel and hurtful, that I'll push them away enough that I don't love them anymore. And they'll be safe. And I don't think it's working.
Well, my dear, if you do die, I hope you do kill me, and it'll end this suffering. A world without you is not worth living.
Is there a known cure?
Sebastian looked many years. He believed he might have found a cure in the city of Lyons. But that's very far away and very hard to reach, and I would not suggest going there.
Give us some help. Please. We have a job to finish here first, and I'm sorry, Penny, we need to finish this. But I'll go with you if you want the assistance to search for the cure.
Sebastian, you're a sweet man. You truly are. Of all of
Listen.
Sebastian's bastards, oh sorry, she wouldn't say Sebastian. As of all of Stephen's bastards, you were the most like the one he wished his brother was. But I could give you a map, but you can't get there.
If we solve the problem here, won't we have power? Riches, isn't that what the curse is about?
Dear Sebastian, there's only... It's difficult to say. Even if you could go to my home, you would not want to go there. Not being who all of you are. I'm afraid my homeland is a very bigoted place.
What's your homeland?
It's hard to explain.
I mean, me and my sister have been raiding at many places that we definitely aren't like that.
I doubt you have ever been to this place.
Uzla's thinking in her head.
Roll me a intelligence check. Unless you have the keen mind.
That's what I'm saying. That's I'm using the once per short rest, the traveler. I've heard about a story about that.
You have heard a story about a city of vines before. Very recently, in the library, it was mentioned in a song that you heard sung, one about a land called Averon. And that you've seen remnants of this, but you've never heard of this place before, outside of in song and myth and a few places throughout the estate.
And the lore we found here.
Mm-hmm. Vioins is very far away, and I'm afraid it is. I'm afraid the only way I know to get there is not currently inaccessible. For one, you do not have the means. And it's dangerous.
So is letting my sister die.
Roll a
And-
persuasion check. I will give
And we
you...
We don't have the means? Are you talking monetary or are you talking gumption? Because either way, that's bullshit.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. You guys, you have advantage because of several things, like Justine's thing, a few others.
So roll twice?
Yes, roll twice, take the better result. Either you or Justine. Actually, you know what? You and Justine just roll once, and I'll make it a skill
I
challenge
just rolled
between the two
twice.
of you.
So
So you go ahead and roll once, and I'll have Justine roll once, and then I'll just make
I'll
a skill
roll over.
challenge.
Damn
between
it.
the
Okay,
two.
we're basically 18, but I'll roll. Let's do this, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we rolling?
Persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh, and I rolled a 1 on the reroll.
Oh no.
Well,
Love you, Jay.
sorry, you both get advantage on the separate check. It's just going to be a skill challenge, so you both get advantage.
Okay, so total is an 11.
11 with advantage.
But I have performance. Can I use my performance instead?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Jay, you get advantage, so you get a second roll.
Okay, that one was a 10.
I choose to spend my knowledge point to make the failed roll I made.
You're doing a social roll, not an intelligence-based knowledge roll.
It says any.
I know. I have to rewrite it, but
Oh, okay. No problem. No problem.
it's only for a knowledge-based thing. Yeah.
I just want to do it wrong. Thank you, Tony.
Okay.
So yeah, I failed miserably. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Should have
I rolled a
kept your
10 and an
18.
11.
A 10 and 11 total, even with your modifiers.
Yes. That's what happens when you roll a 5 and an 8.
We can keep roll playing.
Monetary means are not the issue at hand. There's dangers in it, and I get a few months with you left. I don't want to make those days.
30 minutes ago,
What?
she put herself
Dragon?
to make certain a dragon was taken out of play. And in doing so, tells me that she's not going to stop risking her life for the other things that she loves. I'm sorry, sister, I'm talking about you in the third person.
As far as the outside world is concerned, because time passes differently on the estate, my 18th birthday passed how long ago?
I would assume years ago.
I don't know.
Perhaps it's biological time?
The compulsions. Something like what I did with this puppet. I wouldn't have dreamed of doing years ago. And now I thought nothing of it, and Mary Teresa could have died. I could have died.
No, sweet child. You were pulled to desperations. You're not a monster yet.
In a matter of weeks, Mother, we've had stolen years. And it is only a matter of time before either I change or the hag comes to drag me out of here to force the change.
The hag couldn't get here. There's no way. You could stay here forever.
I saw Granny Hundred Hands not 2 days ago.
She
is on the estate, Mother.
Oh no.
Yes.
Is that hag that's in the... That's the hag that's in the garden?
Yes.
She'll just look at you like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what I... But this is all facial expressions.
He didn't know what the name of the hag was. He just knew there was a hag.
All right.
You're so used to seeing the "Are you stupid?" look. It just
Oh yeah, it doesn't even phase him.
Dear child, you have to get out of here. You have to get out of
The
here.
second I leave this estate without Stephen's ring, everyone I love is dead. The hag will come back, and she will murder everyone. Everyone on the estate, including you, all the way down to Charles, who is an infant now. Again.
Do you really think we'd allow that to happen?
I hope you'd kill me first.
We'd give it a damn good shot. I mean, not that we don't enjoy you as you are now, but
Andrew
you wouldn't be
able
you.
to do that.
Do you really? Is the ring the last chance? Before Stephen left, he had a big dinner. And after that dinner, he had some wine and a private conversation with myself and Simon. His brother. Simon's job in this family is a gatekeeper. He holds on to the keys to a gate to a very special place. This estate is built over a gate. In the dungeons, in the labyrinth, there is a large gate made of amber that the first Amber used when he came from the original homeland of all humans, a place called Averine, a world distant from this one, far away, another plane, you could say. I am from that world. Sebastian and your father, so your father and your father, rescued me from being burned alive in the city of Voyance. Magic is outlawed in the lands of Averine. The only ones who are allowed to use magic are the saints and their church. I was to be burned alive because I was gifted with visions. That's where Viance is. It's near the lands of the Fae and the lands of Averine. The reason I mention this is because Sebastian was obsessed with Averine. Because there were magics that were there that could be accessed there that cannot be accessed here. The gods have prevented humans and other creatures from touching the higher spheres of magic, but in Averine there is not such a restriction. A powerful archwizard can become more powerful. He can touch magics that are forbidden here. He can do things that are forbidden here, there. Sebastian, your father, was curious about this because perhaps that's how he could cure you. Stephen was curious for other reasons. He was obsessed with the limitations of time magic. The reason I mention this is because the last time I saw Sebastian, he got the 4 silver keys he needed to access the gate and get past the Guardian and travel to the lands of Averine. So he promised me that he was going to look for Sebastian when he was there. Sebastian had disappeared before that time. I was so desperate I gave him my blessing. And I gave him other things that I had of my own. I had hoped that if he found Sebastian, perhaps him and Sebastian would come back. I would have Sebastian back, and Sebastian perhaps would have found something. You need to leave this estate. If you're seeking your father, you have to find 4 of these silver keys. There are more than 4, but you need 4 to open the gate. And you need to go to the labyrinth, which is dangerous. and travel to Averine. But you have to understand, magic is outlawed there. You will be burned at a stake if you use it and people see you. Additionally, the non-human races have been subjugated. What do you think is going to happen to you if you walk into a town or a scene? Additionally, magic is handicapped there. Several knights wear armor that make them immune to magics. Those shackles are a more common thing in the lands of Averine. You have to be careful. And I don't know how, because of Sebastian's, he said, because of Stephen's peculiarities and your non-human appearing lineage, the only ones who probably might be able to pass is Penny and, of course, Tamia. It's a brutal world. But it's time you left the estate. I give you my blessing. I wish I knew more, and I'm sorry I lied to you. I didn't tell you, but I was afraid you would leave. And I know my homeland.
If I could stop time altogether, I would never leave. I would stay like this forever so that everyone would be safe. I will not leave this estate without figuring out how to stop this. Because here, at least, I have a few more weeks to try. But the second I step outside those front gates, it will take over, and everyone I love will be killed. Do you really think that the hag in the garden would not know the second I had turned and come to find me?
You're saying you need more time. You need more time.
We spent 17 years. 17 years on the estate, almost 18, trying to figure this out. Not to mention however much time has actually passed outside of the estate trying to figure this out. And we're no closer than we were years ago.
You're no closer now. But we could be closer. The ring is the answer. You
You've
need
never told me
time
why.
and the ring.
You've never told me why I need the ring. I just know that I need to find it.
The ring is a ring of wishes. They are very rare because a ring of wishes can bypass the limitations of the spell. With a ring of wishes, you can undo anything.
How do you undo half of the fabric of who I am?
And that is why you need the ring of wishes. Normally, the spell would do something terrible to somebody who tried to use that magic.
Cleave me in half?
Yes. But in Averine, there are no limitations. The rules are not there. A ring of wishes in the land of Averine could do anything. Anything.
Oh, that just crazy.
You could do anything. You could wish. You could wish not to be Stephen's child. You could wish to be mine.
What if I change the second I step over the threshold?
What if
Then
you
might
don't?
be able- Go ahead.
What if you don't?
Are you really willing to take that risk? Because I'd kill you without a second thought, Tamir.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be anything to me anymore.
Okay. It's
Just
sad.
because-
Fuck, I'm
It's
actually
okay.
making myself cry.
Good.
You're my sister too.
Just because you might forget doesn't mean we will.
Would it matter? You'd be dead.
No.
Okay.
Steven's
I could
lab.
be dead falling off a high wire. I could be
Mhm.
dead because I made the wrong wish in the wishing fountain. I could be dead because I walked out a door and into a basilisk.
Or a dragon.
Or a dragon.
Which you took care of, thank you. I think for the cost of taking care of one dragon, Eileen, he's stolen.
Where's Steven's lab?
No one knows. It was secret. He says he kept it with him always.
Oh, so it's miniaturized in his pocket. Greek.
So
Problem
we
with
have
that
to go
theory,
to
though,
Evelyn.
is it just creates a timeline. Might or might not.
No, it may not. We're talking about, well, you're the time person, you tell me, but I'll be honest with you, I don't see it working then.
So there's one option. If we can find the information, we could then hide the information on the estate for us to find before we found the information.
Oh god, all of that time stuff like starts to mess with my head. I think I understand where you're going,
I give you it like a death glare.
but it sounds like
That's not.
ravings.
I think it's Time Daddy.
Time Daddy would be bad.
Because
As if he's not. ugly.
there is a potion that can send you back in time.
You're talking about Steven's potion.
Yeah.
There's also the concern about if we have to go through the dungeon, we know there's somebody already down there. Someone powerful. And I'm not certain we know yet how
Dealing-
to defeat her.
With a lich.
Lenosa is down there.
Essentially somebody as powerful as an archlich, most likely.
When I say Lenosa's name, does she respond to that?
There's a twinge.
Okay. You know of whom we speak then.
I've heard rumor of Simon's mother.
It's not untrue. We've already met her and we know that she's been manipulating Richard for some time, and that may have what caused the curse to hit in the first place.
Hmm.
At the coronation. Coronation, that's right? Coronation?
Yeah.
The curse was purely Steven. That was his madness messing with time. And then
I'm still not certain that's true, but go on.
from the notes I have of the potion, it was Steven.
Oh, I believe the potion is Stephen, absolutely. I just don't know that that's all there is to it.
He was searching for more than just using the potion to see if there are multiple avenues. And by the way, I'm keeping an eye out with Magic Sight. I'm looking all around.
Okay. You sense magic roughly around you, like the cards she has are magical, the magical items on you.
Because before he even mentions the potion out loud, he's looking to see if anyone's listening to him, listening in.
Oh, somebody's using a spell to listen in?
Yeah.
I mean, they'll get some of them. You need see invis to see like an arcane eye or two buzz. Anything that's
I
magical.
do have see invisibility,
that.
and I am this thing he's keeping secret enough. Would it be okay for me to have cast that?
Yes, you can if you want.
Okay.
Roll a perception check. Oh, here.
No, I'm
Ask
going
a
this
quick
way.
out of
There's
character
one
question
more.
while we're doing
Oh,
this.
right, you can walk that way.
Yeah. Amazing.
Last night was terrible on Friday because I had the thing out, and I'm like, well, good luck.
Having a smaller table helps, but I imagine
It
once we
does.
put things out, it'd be.
Well, yeah, once we put things out, it's kind of like that's why we have the table trays. I have to have people like take their stuff off, and
Well, and I mean, Ross isn't here either, so it's one less person.
All right. 14.
14. Okay.
I missed Ross. Please tell him I said that.
Yeah.
14. Yes, you see a floating ear.
I will cast.
Floating spectral ear.
I will cast Dispel Magic on it
Okay.
before I say that.
The ear is gone. So you say, and it disappears because it is a
Could you repeat that?
verbal
I can't
spell.
write it down. You have to repeat that. Sorry.
Vrsha vrasha vrisha vra. Spelled. Because it's verbal, it's somatic, so you gotta have to, unless you still spell it. So
Yep.
yeah, and the ear is gone.
And that's when he mentions about the potion.
Okay.
Somebody was listening to this entire thing, by the way. I don't know who that was.
We can
It's
suspect.
not surprising.
It's one of two people that I can think of at this point. I don't think either one would be good for us to have heard most of this, but
But here we are.
yeah. So either Lenosa or Granny knows about your secret now.
Granny must have already known.
Yeah, that's not the one I'm worried about. I mean, I am worried about. You know what I know, little sister. Penny, you came into most of our lives. I mean, you've been in my life for a while, but for most of us, we've still only recently met. And in that short amount of time, I would jump in front of an arrow to save Uzula, let alone you. And I just kind of like Uzula. Does she understand that?
Does Uzula understand?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's what she did for
She's a
fun.
bit offended. No,
Come on.
no. Uzula's offended.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, oh, no, I see how this. Yeah, that tracks. Yep, fine.
So why wouldn't we try to help? Do you think you'd be the only person who gives a shit sometimes? Come on. I'm a bard. I can tell you stories of lots of people who had these situations happen, and many of them got the other side just fine. If you wish to stay here, where it's safe, and if you wish to not try this, I'll respect that. But everything I've seen says you are more than willing to put yourself out there for the betterment of other people. Why not just do it for yourself? Besides, if time's an issue, shouldn't we be moving?
So, I still say we search the rest of this side of the house before we go to the basement.
Concur with that.
The next thing, because we are going to have to go down there, you know where the entrance over here is.
I don't. I only know of the entrance in the chapel. But we know someone who does. Assistant. William. William would know if he could remember, but the madam, she would know. All of the children of Wilhelm know the secret. And some of their children that are trusted. Like Sebastian.
Also, you wouldn't happen to know where the keys are, would you?
Simon would know. Beautiful silver keys.
How big?
About this big.
Large enough to be noted as a key and hard to hide.
Yes. Very large key.
I mean, I'm not big.
Haven't you guys come across one at this
We
point?
have one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We have one.
We have.
That's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
She would describe them because she's seen them. She would be like, they're like ridiculous size, like city, like keys, like smaller than a bread box, but still bigger than a slice of bread, right?
All right.
If you do explore upstairs and you find Simon, he might be able to tell you, but be careful. Lenosa is his mother. And if she
Did
is a
we know
lich,
that? We knew that, right?
oh yeah, that's like family lineage. Because Lenosa
Right.
only ever had one child.
But Simon had how many?
None. The line of
So-
Lenosa is Simon. That's it.
So why wouldn't she be trying to manipulate Simon like she did to Richard and chose Richard instead?
Is that to me or is that to?
I mean, yes. And yes.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say, and your mother
Come on,
doesn't know.
Tony!
Tony won't say, and your mother is like, I'm not certain. Simon's always been very standoffish. He's been a celebrated bachelor. I always assumed he just never was interested in marriage. He was always very interested in magic. He's one of the more magically potent members. I mean, in strength, he is the third strongest in the family. I mean, that being, of course, Stephen, then William, and then Simon. Of course, your mother being a lich doesn't really help with your higher society is more judging. And Sebastian was looked down upon because he married me, a foreign woman of non-noble birth. They had to raise me to madam.
You're in a room full of people who've also been shunned by the family. As far as I'm concerned, you're the most regal person in this room.
Well, tell that to my father, the bishop.
Who is her father? Do we know?
No idea. She said her father, the bishop.
Is your father the bishop in the land we're going back to?
Yeah,
These are the habits of that message.
If he's still alive, he'd be the Bishop of Varones. And if you do not mention my name. He is the one that put me to the stake to burn. Because I possessed magics that were not of the divine nature or from the divine saints. Truly be careful in the lands of Averine. They will burn you. And they will come at you in anti-magic armor and burn you. dangerous place.
Do you have a map that we could use?
How many people could get through the door at once?
I have a map in the library.
Could an entire raid party go?
You guys actually already have the map she's mentioning.
Oh, but
You guys had got it during your downtime in the library. But she doesn't know that, so she mentions that she has a map of Averine.
But she did.
Could an entire raiding party's worth of people go through the door at once?
An entire civilization of people made it through that gate.
Better?
Huh?
If we're trying to be cool, that's a horrible idea.
Well, if this place is hostile,
Then we need to be subtle.
I mean,
creating chaos makes our job much easier.
Creating chaos in a population that is ready for the unusual by having anti-magic means that they'll be heightened alert that they may have missed something. They don't know we're there. We actually run a better chance.
1,000 berserkers could tip that balance.
Do you have 1,000 berserkers in your back pocket?
Not in my back
Where you go?
pocket, but fresh raiding lands are very well prized to my people.
But you have to leave here to do that.
One sending spell.
We don't know what the magics will do to them once they enter the grounds.
you would send an army of berserkers into the estate.
It's a horrible idea.
You would have them pillage the lands of Carthal. Would they stop at ends meet? Would they kill Sebastian's mother? Use your damned brain. I know you have one in your head. Think of other people outside of yourself. That is terrible. Dare you? I am going to get some more tea. She walks by and she's like, barbarian.
What did she say?
She says,
How dare you?
Basically, yeah, she says barbarian as she like walks
No
out the door.
barbarian.
So you guys are in this room alone now. You guys are with each other. Let me know
Hey,
when
she
you
got
want
out
to
of the
progress
room.
the screen. Not the screen,
Yeah,
the
great.
scene.
You kicked my mom out of her own fucking
Hey, I
bedroom.
didn't kick her out.
I have to.
No,
go
you
pee.
just annoyed her into fucking leaving.
She got over her fear of leaving enough to leave.
Has Penny been crying?
After the scene is done,
Yes.
we'll take a break.
Although at the mention of the bishop trying to burn her mother at the stake, her eyes glowed real bad. She looked
So-
like she was gonna murder somebody.
Mage hand, handkerchief to her.
See? Sending 1,000 berserkers at this.
Is a horrible
Priest.
idea.
Would you stop? Just stop. How many times do you have to be told that it's a bad idea for it to sink in? You're insanely bright. But it has to be repeated 5,000 times for you to understand no.
I'm sorry you don't understand my people.
Problem is that they also won't understand here, and they may see this as an opportunity. It's one more thing we'd have to deal with. Just because your people show up doesn't mean we actually have any access to steering them in the proper direction to fight things. And again, sending them through is sending them to the homeland of her mother. I'm pretty sure that my homeland, wherever the hell it might be, which should not be invaded. By the way, it's here. I hate to ask, but can we have a 5-minute break?
Yeah, let's have a 5-minute break. You guys
Okay.
want to do a longer one so you can take the dogs out?
Yes,
Yeah, we
please.
need to think about that.
All right. Here, let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break.
Sorry, folks. I just need to make sure the dogs
Yeah.
are not.
So 9:15.
Yeah. After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. We returned back to the scene where we left off. You guys are in the room. You've had a thorough discussion. There's been a lot of back and forth. The scene is yours.
So, leaving out the completely
Yes.
mistaken disposition of my people, I think we need to explore the rest of this mansion.
We at least need 3 more keys.
3 more what?
Keys.
Keys. Okay.
Also, keeping an eye out for a ring of wishes, I guess. Not unheard of.
I gather that it's an Everling.
I mean, there is a well.
No.
Well.
You've already done your wish.
That was a joke.
You might want to preface your jokes with "this is a joke."
I mean,
There are times I see the family resemblance even at Uzuma.
Wow.
Wow. You mistake twins for each other.
No, I don't.
Wait, let
All
me
you
try.
badgers look
That
the
was a
same to
joke.
me.
We're not the
That's
only stupid ones in this
racist.
family.
Oh my god.
Okay. Scene is still yours.
Wait, did Penny laugh at that?
No, Kethri was laughing at that.
I wanted to check. If Penny's laughing, I have things to say about that. That's good.
Yeah, no, she is still very much a broken person right now.
So, yeah. I understand everyone here has problems. I mean, it's fair. She doesn't think she has problems, but, you know. She's also Uzula, so.
I don't know what's so funny.
That's phenomenal. Oh. Anyway, the reason I wanted to try my little experiment outside was to try something that you had suggested better. No, she's still sore with you about the whole taking an army thing. Anyway,
I still say it's a great idea.
and I still say you're wrong. Was you had suggested that your sister would like a new puppet. This puppet moves, right?
Yeah.
What has the puppet been doing during all of this? Because I set it on the
Kinda-
table.
It kind of just clumps around like. Just kind of like clumps and walks around. It's kind of
Looking
having a
for
little
grass
trouble
like a
clomping and
horse.
walking around because not only is it a puppet, it's a marionette. So it's like that little marionette thing kind of goes as it's like clomping around.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of like it looks like it's trying to make the noise, but it definitely is just a horse on a table, and it's just like.
But in a marionette way.
But in a marionette way, where it's trying not to trip over its own thing.
And she'll gesture to the puppet. Say, there's a peace offering you suggest. I'm aware. Thank you. Do you want to try to do the thing? Because she's not going to listen to me after I was such a fucking bitch. I just didn't want her to die, but now she actually hates me. And she's going to die anyway.
I'm lost now.
Is Skylar lost or is Vetter lost? I'm having a hard time.
Skylar's lost right now.
Okay, Penny said the thing about how she was mean and cruel to people because she didn't want them to love her back, thinking it would protect them. But it doesn't work because it only matters how much she loves that person.
Yeah.
Weird timing for a laugh, Sarah. Anyway, so never mind. So do you want to do the thing with the puppet? Because
I mean, to be fair, it would probably work better coming from you. I mean, I could tell her all day long, but I don't know if she.
I don't think she. Hey Leslie, did Oozle understand the whole "if I love you, I'm going to kill you when I turn into a hag" thing?
Mm-hmm.
She did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she rolled really well on that one.
Does it matter?
Does Penny know if it matters?
Okay. Anyway, this was my attempt to make amends. Because although you might hate me, I love you as my sister. And I would rather spend the last few weeks of my human life not being despised by my sister. I'm aware, yes. Okay. God fucking damn it, I am bad at this not making myself cry shit. Fuck.
We took the dogs out and I was like, God damn it, Catherine.
Acting.
Acting.
Therapy.
With our powers combined, like D&D.
Oh, we've all know this was coming.
Making ourselves cry since, what, the 70s?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how old were you in the 70s?
I don't think that they were even
I
a
didn't
glint in their
exist
parents'
in the
eyes in the
70s.
70s.
Tony was.
Tony was not.
No.
That would
You
be
know.
the 80s.
No.
Maybe in the 80s.
81. 81, baby.
See?
I am
None of
technically.
these people
old.
understand HR puffin stuff. What do you mean their words gasoline rationing? And
Oh, I understood gasoline.
who in the fuck is Jimmy Carter?
I know Jimmy Carter. I mean, after the
Only-
fact.
Right?
He's my favorite president, but only after you study history.
Exactly.
Poor guy had to give up his peanut farm.
Right. And then we didn't watch what 45 did.
Yeah.
For those of you watching, this is not a political channel. I swear to
You know what? It does. You know, if you voted for fucking Trump, fuck you. Stop watching it.
I guarantee you none of the people watching the stream right now voted for Trump. Guarantee.
Oh, there goes a viewer.
Good. I'm glad.
I watch your D&D channel because I thought it was inclusive and I was included and now you're cutting me out.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
This is a fascist reason.
That's right. Trump, the most persecuted person in history.
Oh my god. Anyway, back
That
to
was good.
Fantasyland.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
now you
Ursula
just made me want to
respond to
like
that.
shove my spoon through my ears. So back to
Let's do something with a bit more reality. Let's get back to the game.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Anyway, how does Ursula respond to this? Now that Kefri's made herself cry for a third time.
I mean, Uzla's just been standing against the wall this whole time. That's a dragon.
Correction. Was a dragon.
Nah, still is.
It thinks it's a horse,
It can think
but
what
it's
it
a
wants.
unicorn puppet.
Mhm.
Your brother had a surprisingly bright idea for how to neutralize the dragon.
It really was, and I stand corrected for telling you not to do it.
Ooh, you can have it.
And at this point, tears are just streaming down her eyes, and she's basically given up hope at this point.
How bad is that handkerchief I gave you?
What?
How bad is that handkerchief I
Yeah.
gave you?
Oh, it is sopping wet. Just
prestidigitation
so much
right up
snot.
and
Gross.
Right? Yeah. No, she's
Tony?
she's very
Mhm.
broken.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation on the handkerchief.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, you can do it.
I can do this all day. Sis.
You hear weakly from the door. Actually, I'd forgive you. As William kind of opens up the door. I'd forgive you. Take it from me, as a man who has watched both of his brothers die, and many of my nephews. Family disappears very quickly, and harboring bad blood is, well, you'll end up like your father.
Now she's just sobbing.
Sorry,
So loud.
someone dispelled my ear. Trying to listen politely. I'm gonna go back to listening to the other side of the door.
Not a nefarious person.
Sebastian's really giving the old man a chair like he's gonna fucking die.
You give the old man a chair as he listens through the door with it kind of like partially cracked open.
Okay, good. Open the rest of the door with a chair.
Okay.
I love that my favorite uncle remembers me enough to care enough to listen to this conversation.
Right? That's kind of
Oh, I fucking love William.
William?
William's not here.
Do you know about any wishing rings or somebody who can actually cast the spell?
Oh, Simon can.
Besides Simon?
I don't do transmutation. It's a complicated spell. You'd have to learn it over in 1,000 Towers of Henbrook would probably have it on file. You'd have to petition the government to be able to learn it. It's highly regulated. Why am I in a hole?
Does William still look like he's youngish, or is he 78?
Oh, no, he's-
She says he's 76, but
He's an older gentleman. William is an older gentleman, and he is.
I'm just reading his description where it's different from his age listed on the sheet. So
Oh,
I see in his mid 40s.
oh, yeah. No, that's no. That's probably that's definitely misread. Yeah, he's 76.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was not screwing this up. Like if there's a curse here that made him not just forgetful but old, that was important to know.
I'm gonna modify the description, but thank you.
You know, that's 20 years away from my current age. The Twilight years sounds a little cruel, man.
I mean, this is the medieval era, so.
You know what's like being the only person at this table born in the 60s? This is terrifying.
Well.
We have access to everything on the sheet. I'm not cheating by looking, am I?
No, you guys have access to the sheet. You guys got it.
I always feel weirded out by that. And do we know where Simon is?
You guys have not ran into Simon yet.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Simon is the oldest brother, by the way, at 85. He's the firstborn Amber.
Right. So,
You said
I'll be ready to
85.
start
85. Yeah.
looking for some more keys. And he looks right at Penny. He'll glance at Uzula and he'll go to Tamer because he's worried about those two. To be honest, he kind of glances a little bit better, but it's clear he's more concerned about the other three. Are we ready? Or
Yeah.
do we need a rest?
I'm ready.
Penny, you're in, yes?
Yes.
Great. Great. Better? Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Great. Uzla?
Sure.
William?
Oh! Cracks on the door. Am I invited?
I was going to ask if you'd stay here and keep an eye on everyone else who's in this wing. They're still concerned about the Catapletus, even though I think they're dead. And
Yeah.
they were concerned about what else?
Tigers.
Something.
Your great
Oh,
aunt.
tigers.
Oh. My great aunt.
Think that's how that would go?
Oh. Yeah. Wait, is Des not back? I mean, she was just here a few days ago.
I was more saying Lagosa. Lenosa.
Oh, she died long ago.
No. Well,
Slightly
kind of died.
long before even I was born.
Only kind of died.
Holy shit, Ray.
Hmm.
Queasy died.
So good later.
So, where am I? What are we doing here?
Oh, we were taking you back to the room right over here.
Oh. All right.
Going to escort him back to the guest bedroom.
Starts going back to the. And it's just going in and out of his, He goes and he lays down. Scene is yours. You guys you guys have a map of the estate. Whatever you guys want to do.
Sebastian moves to where he normally is near the back and lets Uzla and usually Tamir go to the front, right?
Yes.
Emotions for the two you need to carry on. By the way, did anyone need a short rest? Can we take this as a short rest? All that time period?
Yeah,
between
sure.
coming?
I'm fine with that. Short rest.
Good, because I'm a little banged up. I'll get the rest of my healing done.
Sebastian, Lucas can't go with us.
I know.
Will you try? Because she won't take it from me.
I know. I know. Uzla's still up against the wall.
Oh, I thought we were leaving, so I get.
We are kind of getting ready to leave, but is she still over by where she was?
Sure. Yeah, if we haven't
Okay.
left the room yet, yeah.
Sebastian will head over to her. You have a moment, sister?
I have a choice.
Of course you do. You can say no.
In general, though, I don't really have a choice.
No, probably not.
Yeah, it tracks.
Lucas can't come. He's safer here. You heard what Penny's mother said. The dangers that we're going to face. It's not a place for a child, let alone one who can't move on his own.
But he
Really?
wants to come. He enjoys the adventure. Not.
I'm sorry?
No one else has asked him. He enjoys the adventure.
I understand that, but he's also very, very young.
Think of all
I suspect
the
if I were at that age, I'd probably think all this is exciting too. But as the adults, we need to make sure he remains safe.
Yeah, I'm keeping him safe. There was a freaking dragon outside, and I thought it's safe to run away.
Oh wait, do you still have the kid?
Yeah. Nobody has asked for him back.
Yeah, they have.
No, Camilla.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
we'll
okay,
reverse time.
okay.
13 people have asked you for the child back immediately. I
Oh, okay.
That
so
would happen.
We're,
All of them obsessively are like, no, this is a 4-year-old child.
so
who
before all the
Moon has
rest of
grabbed,
this
yeah.
happened.
So
Okay.
that would have happened.
Oh, that would have. Okay. Before all this.
100%.
Okay.
Claude wouldn't even let you walk out the room, and he would draw a sword if you tried. They-
Yeah. So upstairs before I even come. Yeah.
at,
Okay.
at this point, we
Okay.
would,
So then
we would-
I wouldn't have him at that point.
yeah,
then.
yeah. I was just making that clear. Like from an NPC standpoint,
Yeah.
they would not even for a second. It would come.
This
to
one it
blows.
just hadn't come up yet. So.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot that you even thought. No, that would have been.
Okay.
The rest of us were under the
Yeah.
impression that she still had Lucas too.
I'm sorry. That's my fault. That is my failing
Okay.
as a storyteller. Just letting you know.
No worries.
So
So
yeah,
then this is a moot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
Okay.
Part of the scene.
That doesn't change the thing with the horse at all, does it?
Nope.
No.
Well,
Hey,
let's
sister.
go then.
How would you like to kill the red dragon?
Even she's not. I'm not even that stupid.
We could,
You're
throw
not
it in the
stupid
room,
at
we
all.
could throw it in the room with the Waxleys. That would kill it.
No, it just turns it into.
A permanent wax statue.
We're missing the point here. Uzo, my sister, the child cannot come with.
She doesn't have.
Oh, no,
it
it's-
anymore.
it's-
That's
Oh,
a
that
no,
part
no,
is
no.
better,
That's
'cause she
that would
doesn't
have
have
happened
it.
before we even came. So that's this is a moot conversation.
then.
Yeah.
Great, erase. Continue on your conversation.
Um,
Go. My bad.
While we're finishing out that short rest, especially when they're talking
Mhm.
about stuff, the wax itself, because that's where Ursula's focus would be, because she did grab a fair amount of that. Since she's proficient with leatherworking and she has done
Yeah.
some repairs, is there any like benefit that she can glean from basically waxing the leather with it?
Roll me what kind of check would that be?
I'm-
Yeah, that would be a proficient. Roll me a
Proficiency?
proficient intelligence check. Basically, a leatherworking tools check, which would be leatherworking knowledge, which would be proficiency plus intelligence.
Right.
So you would get your proficiency bonus.
I'd get my
as well.
proficiency, yeah, because her intelligence is none. 14.
14.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a right now thing, but just as the short rest finishes, that's where her attention would be.
Something comes to you.
Uh-huh.
The basilisk's ability turns flesh it touches from like their kind of laser
Right.
beam into wax.
hmm
But if you had armor or leather, armor that was already wax over it,
hmm
what would the beam do?
Reflect back.
Would have no effect because it is a layer of wax over it.
Sure, and it's not reflective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think the benefit would be freshly waxed leather
Uh-huh.
if it did get hit by the basilisk beam,
hmm
would not turn it and you into wax.
Okay.
It's a measure of protection.
hmm Okay.
Also, it would be really good at, like, just keeping the wax, keeping
The
it
leather
alive.
supple and
It's
the fly,
really
yeah.
good wax. Like, you
Right.
look at this wax, like, this is really good, like, leathery wax. Like, this
Right.
would keep leather moist.
No, in her short rest moving forward, that's probably what she's doing.
Yeah. People wax is the best wax.
Oh. Sorry.
What if we had an entire dragon made of wax? We could sell that wax.
Sure. But
And
it'd
how
have to
much more
be-
magical would that wax be?
It would have to be a dragon to be turned into a wax dragon.
Yes, but it would currently be a wax puppet.
But as what happened, it has to be a dragon to be dragon size. To turn into a wax dragon. And she goes back to just
Would the curse breaking also remove the waxing condition?
Given what you've researched already, because you already spent time doing this, removing the wax condition is not a curse, but it's more you would need like greater restoration, right? You would need a spell like that to remove that effect.
So it becoming a dragon again would not remove the wax.
Oh, if it
condition.
became a dragon condition. If it became a dragon again, the wax is a separate effect. The Enochian curses would be removed, but it would be wax.
But it would still be wax.
Yes, you think that would be persistent.
So yeah. No, if it
It would be a giant wax statue.
when the Enochian curse is lifted, it would persist as wax, but it would become a giant wax statue.
cool. There you go. She'll gesture at the puppet. Go visit the Waxilies.
Would you like to have that in your saga as a tale of turning a dragon
Who the
into
hell's gonna
wax?
believe that?
I mean,
We've got a lot
they
of-
would have all of us and a bard telling your tale.
Not trust.
Yes, but they're
They
the
make
ones
up
that
stories
spread
all
the
the
tale.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think most of our heroes' tales got spread?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Bards.
Yeah. That's fine. It's a red dragon. It can stay whatever this is.
Wouldn't you like to have that in the history of your?
You're the one obsessed with glory and fame. You go for it.
You don't want that honor. Okay. Be the person known as killing one of Gazetteer's children.
Sure. Let's make it known that we, of the Bear Clan, killed one of Gazetteer's children and have the rest of them take care of the rest of the Bear Clan. Because you think they're just going to let that sit?
Oh, you think they don't already combat us every time they see us?
Combat is different than ire. One syllable word, she knows what it means.
Please. Gazetteer's not going to want to go
Seriously?
through Rokugan
Did she?
and
No, not that
Faye
one.
to get to wow, brain fart. The name of our country. Sorry, I
They
literally-
can fly.
God damn it, what is the name of
Where are we from?
yeah,
Oh, Nanodron.
Natadron.
Yeah.
Gazetteer's not gonna want to go through Rokugan to get to Natadron. You know that's true.
If we make it known,
And flying over
Yeah.
Faye is a death sentence in entirety.
sure, because it's not going to raise the ire or peeves of somebody else. Come on. I'm not even that stupid.
And let's be honest, do you think Gazetteer's going to want to start a war over one of his children being so weak as to be turned into wax?
Go ask him. Where are we going?
All right.
I'd like to go.
If you guys are going, you guys are going.
Who was laughing in the other room?
Oh, that's my wife, Sarah. She's upstairs.
Fantastic. Makes me happy.
Anyway, you guys are control the scene. I transition when you guys say we transition.
Let's move on.
Let's transition.
All right. Good.
He's going to angrily bring the puppet along. Since her bitch is naked.
That bitch.
All right. I'm gonna have to create a custom familiar for that unicorn puppet.
It's a unicorn puppet that is a red dragon that thinks it's a horse.
Exactly.
Jesus.
It's got layers.
It's like an onion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I was just downloading a thing.
If only that were the weirdest thing that we've seen in this whole council.
Right?
Okay, so you guys are gonna go upstairs.
Let's see. Yeah.
You guys are going up the
sounds,
stairs.
that's what people want to do.
Okay. 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 Give me a break. Let's take a 5-minute break. Let me read up some stuff, and then we will begin.
Okay. I'm gonna catch up.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay, we have returned. Okay, so you wish to climb the stairs and go to the next level up. Okay, I will progress your guys' characters to the open stairway. I will make a red dot to signify where you are in that stairway. Okay, so you guys are in that big open area where the stairs empty out into. you see doors to the left, doors to the right. Obviously, you had already gone south through those doors to area 98. That's where Nicole's room and her sister, Mary?
One of the Marys.
Yeah. And a 99, you know, is closed off. You are told that there is a family of vampire heads that is flying around that room. And apparently, room 100, you guys learned, was the family observatory. The pride of the Amber family somehow was destroyed.
Yep. No idea how that happened.
Weird.
No idea how.
Weird.
Outside of that, you have not been in any of the other rooms so far. You guys have not.
Mm-hmm.
So, given that information, wherever you guys want to go. You haven't been in 93 or 94. 92, I'll just let you know. You guys peek in and there's a broken elephant. You guys have not been in 87
Like a
or
statue
86.
or like
Yeah, like a giant
whale from.
like a giant statue of an elephant that has been broken. Another ancient relic of the Amber family that had a lot of historical Basically, somebody's gone in here and just broken all the expensive historical stuff, the priceless stuff.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, weird. Not you guys though.
Not us. No.
That's the weirdest part.
But I'm just letting you know that there's certain rooms you haven't been in yet, because even though they're unlit, they were in by the other group briefly. So, you're where that red dot is. The scene is yours. I will interrupt when I have something, or you guys decide to do something.
So, you know these rooms here. You know that there. That's Mary Teresa's room. Let's check out this room to the left. Pointing out room 94.
Okay.
Okay. You wish to go into room 94. Awesome. Let's find out together what the hell's in
Check the
that
door for traps.
Saber-tooth kitty.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
22.
22. That room has not been trapped. It does look like somebody's like kicked it though. Like somebody like hit that door hard. The lock is broken on that door. Somebody has has kicked that door in, and the wood is splintered around where the lock is. Not on the door itself, but on the frame. You think you could?
It was a natural 20.
It was a natural 20. You think you could push that open? You do see a large boot print, and it looks like this has happened within the last week or so. Somebody has booted that door open. And it does look like the door is shut, but it looks like somebody's like taken like a cloth handkerchief and like put it between the door frame so that they can wedge it shut using like a piece of cloth.
So he's kicked the door open and then wedged the door shut.
Go on.
Want me to open it?
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
I will open the door.
You open the door. As you open the door, shelves containing toys neatly stowed away line on the east and west walls of this room. A thick yellow rug covers the floor. A small orange tabby cat is playing on the rug, stalking and pouncing on a ball of yarn. The yarn appears to be made of glinting gold wire. The yellow rug itself is briefly splattered on the south side with a spray of blood. It looks like it's dried. It's not fresh, but there's just like this random spray of blood on the bottom end of like the rug, but not perforating the rug itself. Just like somebody's like taking some ketchup and go psh, really quick, or some paint. Outside of that, there's a tabby cat going crazy on a ball of solid gold yarn.
Penny looks at Vetter immediately. Don't.
How much is that ball worth?
Don't.
As a merchant, it's probably worth about, you would say, 5,000 copper worth of gold. Maybe 6.
Don't.
5 or 6,000.
To the right buyer, it might be worth 10. Somebody that's looking for gold spun wire.
Don't.
Because that's expensive and hard to make.
I might be able to sell that for 10.
There's a reason the door was wedged shut. Better?
Maybe it was to keep the cat in.
Could have been to keep the cat in.
Okay, fine. Y'all do whatever the fuck you want. I don't. Fine.
I'm totally with you in that Vetter should not be stealing the cat's ball of yarn because we've seen a unicorn that was a horse turn into a dragon. I don't know what the cat's going to turn into.
Skylar knows exactly what's going to happen. I've experienced this once.
Go ahead, dumbass.
You
Things
walk,
don't better.
you walk
Is
up
there
to
anything
the...
else in your phone?
Oh, go ahead.
Anyone else going in?
I will try to stop Better from going in if he tries to. Is he going in?
He is definitely thinking about it.
Better.
Well, Skylar throws it on.
It got me for a second. I was like, oh, shit.
When we become the leaders of the Amber clan, that Balliorn and the cat, we're most likely going to belong to all of us. It's fine where it is right now.
I'm gonna turn on my magic sight,
Okay.
staring at the room.
Yeah. Staring at the room. Some of the toys are magical, slightly magical. The ball of yarn appears to also be magical.
What kind of magic is on that yarn?
It appears to some kind of transmutation magic.
Is it actively doing something?
Just seems to be
Do you say
transmutation.
that out loud? Does Better say out loud that's transmutation magic?
He doesn't say that out loud, but you do hear him go, "Is that ball of yarn doing something right now?"
It
Better, what do you
seems-
see?
Well, that ball of yarn, that solid gold yarn has transmutation magic on it. And I'm not sure if it's currently doing something or not. Do I see... I look at the cat.
Cat looks like a cat. And the cat's also not invisible. You have at least 30 minutes left on that. Cat's not invisible and the cat's not magical. Looks like a tabby cat. Having a hell of a time with the ball of yarn. Has trouble moving it back and forth because it is a kitten.
And it's a solid
Gold
gold ball
ball
of
of
yarn.
yarn.
I'd have to get much closer to study it to know exactly what kind of transmutation magic it's doing, wouldn't I?
You'd have to study it over a short rest period. Very similar to the Identify spell.
Yeah.
Identify gives you an instantly detect magic. You gotta spend a short rest.
Yeah. I come back for that? Thinking about it, I can still see things that are invisible. Do we want to look in on the throne room?
Sure.
I doubt it change much, but possible.
You want to go downstairs into the throne room?
That's
Yeah.
the room where all the bodies, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Not going inside, but looking in.
You just want to go downstairs and open the door and look in?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely not going in.
Okay. What's the range on scene visibility?
Good question. If they were, as if they were visible, you can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent. So it's line of sight.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty then. So you guys go back downstairs and you walk over to the throne room and you open the door on the first floor and look in. As you do, you look in, Skylar. You see a moat. As you open up the door, you see a moat of silver floating above the throne.
What is that? I'm going to describe what I'm looking at.
Give it a
Okay. Okay. Roll a performance check to see how well you describe it.
Okay.
What details you can glean out and convey in a useful manner.
6.
So, given that 6, go ahead and give your description.
I see a silver moat floating over the throne. That wasn't there before.
None of you others, no one else sees this moat.
Are we looking in the room?
Could I make a knowledge arcane check?
Given that 6, sure. Go ahead and make a knowledge arcane check. Ray, you can also attempt one if you want. He did give you a 6, so you do have disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I can't roll much worse than that. That's a 2, so I can roll a 1. Oh, that's an 18. That's depressing as hell.
I got a 14.
So the 2 with my 7 is 9. I roll a total of 9.
Okay. What'd you
First
get?
good roll,
14.
roll the 9. Yes.
Okay. You get to choose a succeed or not, though. That is your background for all knowledge checks. So you get 3 times a day.
You know what? I'm going to burn one of those. Yep, I'm going to burn one. I was just debating. I am going to burn one.
Okay. So 2 different things. One, you looking at it. You looking at it, that's definitely arcane. You do not think that it is like an arcane eye, right? Or it is like some kind of like viewing kind of magic, right? You think that's more almost like an entity. Given that information, Ray, given what you've been given the description of, and do you mention like oh, it's not an arcane eye,
It's not an arcane eye. It's not.
do you share what
Yeah.
you
Oh,
got?
he's muttering it out loud.
Okay.
He's.
Given what he's muttering, and it comes to you like,
I'm training
okay,
myself to listen to Vetter's muttering.
right, and you're going like, okay, yeah, he's giving a better description now. He's like, yeah, that makes sense. It can't be an arcane eye. It's probably not scrying. There is a spell that comes to mind. Soul Jar. Where it can
Would that soul? Okay, Ray knows what soul jar. I think we're having a delay here because I got some bad bandwidth. Let me turn off my camera again.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you good on both sides.
Yeah.
You're coming in clean.
Okay. You guys were breaking up like crazy on my end. And I know with both of us over here, we're trading the bandwidth.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ray knows what a soul jar does,
Mm-hmm.
but my character may not. So let me ask a couple quick questions. I know that there might be a soul jar.
Right.
With the soul jar, wouldn't freeze people in place,
It would not.
but the dead folk might be alive in it.
Yes.
And if it's a soul jar, the way Ray remembers it, Ray's just thinking this through. It can swap out with someone else who's living and put our soul in the jar.
Yes.
Do not enter this room. Is it necromancy that I'm saying?
What he's
Actually,
just
you know what? I haven't used detect magic. Let me do that.
okay.
Let me make sure I've got detect magic. Oh yes, I do. Urban, please help me out here. I could use the help with the magic that's over the throne. You said?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Over the throne, I see something. I think it might be necromancy, but can you help me?
Of course. One of the eyes opens, and now you
Okay.
have detect magic up.
Okay. Yeah, looking at it, what am I seeing?
It's definitely necromancy.
Oh, it is. Okay, good. I mean, not good, but
And there's a lingering enchantment magic that is lingering over the room, which makes sense. Whole person is enchantment. It just
right.
seems to.
So someone did a mass hold person on a near permanent level.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay. Basically locking everyone in a position. Is that correct? Like, if I remember correctly, there were things in here that looked like. Shit, I gotta go back and check my notes. I don't want to misremember this.
Yes, there are a lot of people in this room that have basically been eaten alive by rats, and
Right, but they were, some of them were still standing. Is that correct?
yes,
Mhm.
yes, they are still held in place.
Looking at this using Hervé for help, can I see the souls that might be in the jar, or can I see the actual soul jar itself, or is that the thing that's floating in the air? Is that the magical effect, or is that the actual jar gem, if I remember correctly?
You would associate with Skylar's help. You guys would kind of come together, and you guys would think.
Right, and I'm
that-
saying this all out loud too.
Yeah.
So Skylar, jump in here.
You guys could easily come to the conclusion that yes, you think that's the effect, and that is the thing waiting to swap out with people. Now, it's made animate only by the effect of the soul jar, which you know is an actual jar. It's an actual thing somewhere. So there's something here that's keeping that effect going.
Before we try to even think about getting rid of the soul jar, if you're right, and it's what's keeping these people potentially alive. If we were to make them whole again somehow, before destroying the soul jar, dispelling the soul jar, would
Yeah,
they live or would they die?
If I recall correctly,
Who's sitting over the
Yeah.
better, my understanding
Religion.
of the soul jar is that it's not multiple souls that can stay in there. But then again, my understanding of the whole person isn't the last this long either, so there could be multiple souls in there, I suspect. But the standard use of the spell shouldn't do that.
Shouldn't.
Right, but the standard use of whole person doesn't hold this long. Certainly not really being alive.
Somebody the power of
Or
an
like
archlich
fragment.
Yeah.
might be able to do such a thing.
Point taken.
Both you guys make me a perception check. The highest
I don't know.
one may get it.
Who are you
So,
pointing at?
sorry, Ray and Skylar.
Perception check?
Perception.
8.
8. Okay, probably not Skylar.
I'm not much better. I rolled it. Why didn't it come up? Did you see the 12 pop up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Okay, good. Just making sure it didn't pop up on my screen for some reason. The letters did. Mine did. That's weird. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, 12. 12's not good enough either. You guys would know that Soul Jar requires a beautiful, immaculate gem. So that'd have to be something very big and expensive. It would be very apparent in the room.
Do we see it anywhere?
With a 12,
The
I-
answer no. It's no way.
the answer is in your notes. There is a I'm going to read the description of this room
Yeah, I
again.
know.
67.
Okay.
And they're talking about it, so if you feel like your character would say something.
Leslie knows. Uzula's not going to remember that.
Yeah, that's true. That's very fair.
That wasn't something Uzula focused on when they originally saw it.
The walls of this room are covered with mosaics depicting courtly scenes. The floor is polished marble. 2 thrones sit atop a raised dais. At the east end of the room, a red velvet carpet runs from the double doors to the throne. A skeletal figure sits on the throne. The skeletons are dressed in rotting velvet. One skeleton holds a jeweled mace.
Jeweled mace.
The one that, if you sold it, would be your debt.
Yeah.
That thing is super expensive.
Knowing that it's also probably a soul jar.
You'd have to destroy it.
Yeah.
I do have mage hand.
So how would we? Can we, now that we know to target the mace?
You say that it's the mace a lot, like you.
I mean, the only jewels I can see is that mace.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is real close to you, and she's gonna whisper it, but Leslie's not because everybody. I think that's part of when we just leave it alone. But that
She mentions that.
The Horcrux
Can I make an
situation?
arcane knowledge on liches? This is out of character. I know what it might be, but in character, that's a
Go ahead and make a
very
roll.
secret knowledge.
Go ahead and make a roll, Skylar. DC 20 for you. Ray, you can also make a roll. It's a DC 15 for Ray's character.
All right.
What's that?
Knowledge Arcana.
I am proficient in Arcana. Would there be anything since
I
Uzula's
would,
been
I
staring
would say
at
that
it,
that would be fair. That would be fair. You
Yeah.
can make also, given what you have,
Oh, I was gonna offer the help or I can do it.
you can make a
Okay.
different one as well. Your DC is only 18.
Okay.
Because you also have religion.
My 8 won't do it.
23.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you?
I rolled 15 plus 3.
Okay. 23. Ray. From the histories, you're vaguely familiar with liches. There's always one particular thing that every lich is tied to. Every single lich has a phylactery, a jeweled phylactery of some kind. It's not always like a jar, right? It could be an item. It could be a jeweled mace. They're always big and expensive. And Leslie, the tales that you've been given
Yeah.
from like Time Daddy, theology,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of biblical stories about liches because it's a big no-no, right? Because it prevents your soul from moving on. It puts you out of the control of the time-space continuum because it doesn't let your soul leave an age. Definitely lots of tales of the jeweled phylacteries. Skylar, there's a shiny penny on the ground.
D&D Beyond has been dickish to me all night.
That's like she whisper mouths. That's Lenosa to you.
Do we know? Since I understand this?
Wait a second.
Do I have any idea how to destroy the phylactery? Would I know the word phylactery? Let's start there.
You do with a 23? Fuck yeah. You know the basic. I will give this. Ray, you know the basic understanding of what a phylactery is, right? Mechanically.
Okay.
I'll give you
Okay.
that. And some of the lore aspects, especially since the theology of Thay, right? Not the Magocracy of Thay. Tons of liches. Liches are a big problem. And Lenosa is a lich. And you did study the histories of Wilhelm Amber, who, how did he make his brides? He made his brides utilizing the phylactery of a lich as one of the ingredients.
So if I destroy that, would she die?
You would know this, the basic stuff, and you would know from like the tales.
Yeah.
The phylactery allows the lich to come back. With a
Destroying that, she can't come back. We can kill her for real.
yes, she can die for real.
What if we turned it into magical wax? And then broke
And
it?
then we could break it, and then I could put it all over my leather, and then I would have the power of a lich.
I don't think
That's
you want that.
Ursula's mentality. That's
I'm
not at all.
okay.
That's not at all what she.
Sister, you're getting a little too excited. I don't think you
How
want the
about
powers
both
of a
of you?
lich.
And whoa. Here's an idea. Why don't we just destroy the damn thing now? And when we face Lenosa and kill her there, she's gone forever.
I mean, if it's a very powerful magical item, I don't think we're going to be able to destroy it. Magical items are very hard to destroy. Very hard to destroy. As a merchant.
As a merchant, I'll give you this: magical items can be broken.
Yeah.
But they are hard to break if they have the impervious trait. A normal +1 sword could be snapped over the knee. But
something-
yes, magical items, especially phylacteries, are warded. I'll give
Yeah.
you that. But it's a confusion because in a lot of games people think, this +1 sword will never break. I'm like, no, somebody can break it over their knee.
It can
It's
break.
just-
Still a sword.
But something as powerful as a
Right.
phylactery
Yeah.
would be really hard to
I
break.
feel like you're really obsessed with the wax, and maybe you want one
I
as a
mean,
pet.
Kind of. But that's a
There's
whole
nothing
other story.
stopping us. There's nothing stopping us. We're trying to destroy it right this second, and ending what's happening.
Using them to do the thing.
Right, no, I get it. You want a pet waxily.
But they also are great at, killing things that need to be killed.
Okay, fine. You want an animal companion waxily.
While they're doing this, Tony,
Useful?
I'm listening, right?
the mace is folding it, right? So the mace is folding like a gemstone at the end. That's the ball of the mace. Is that what I'm understanding?
It's a bejeweled mace, right? But yes.
Oh,
And
so the jewel in the mace.
There's a jewel. And when I say mace, I mean more like a scepter, right? A rod. A rod.
Is it metal?
Yes, it is made of metal.
Would heat metal have an effect that could damage the stone?
Potentially over a long period of time. You could. It would make it. It would. I would say heat metal would make it more susceptible to bending and breaking, right?
Do we need to destroy the whole rod or just that stone?
You think for the soul jar effect, probably the main stone at the top would have to be
Okay.
destroyed.
Is it gonna
And the
hurt anything?
heat
to
metal
just
itself probably won't do that. Is what you're saying.
It would make it an easier
She'd most likely
process.
know exactly where we're at.
Okay.
That's what she-
Hey, both of you. I gotta ask you both a question. Can you target that stone at the top with your cold spells?
I don't have any cold spells.
Yeah, I could.
Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to heat the metal around it to make it softer. I need you to smack it with some cold so that the total effect is multiplied. Does that track, Tony? I'm sorry.
That does track.
And I don't know if you want to double roll, if you want me to re-roll for
That is
that,
just within
since that's
range of the
additional
door.
information, or
Roll me an insight check,
What if we
right?
also did it with cold and heat?
Oh yeah,
Just throwing a whole bunch of shit at it.
a lich would know.
Yeah.
A lich would know.
okay. So Sebastian, when you say that, the minute you start fucking, she's gonna know. You even touch it, she's gonna know.
I'm aware. And I think that's probably something she's already aware of.
With my arcane sight and the sea invisibility, is the whole person part of the Enochian curse?
No.
So I could dispel the hold magic.
The magic on it? You
The
think
hold person, at least.
the whole person effect? Yes, you would have to cast it at the source, which within 30 feet of standing in the door. The source is not within your sight. Do you want to try to identify the source?
Looking from where I am, trying to see the edges of it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and pinpoint where the source might be.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check. That'd be like a knowledge of magic and how you center a magic of mass
Okay.
effect.
Can I get a D20 because I am getting really pissed at
Sure.
D&D Beyond.
You okay?
Sorry, it's
You've got a
it's,
whole. Is
I was just gonna hand
Yeah,
this.
I got thinking. Actually, got other dice.
it's
too.
that it's
This guy,
it's so
I've got
poorly.
an entire set here. There.
Here you go.
There you go. That
I'm
way,
sorry, it's just
that way, if he keeps rolling bad rolls, it doesn't
Yeah.
taint yours.
Damn it! He's touched it.
He has touched it. That's the last
Rude.
That's the last 20 you're ever gonna roll.
It is. Shit. I'm gonna touch all your die. I'm gonna fondle the shit out of your dice.
Come on, guys. There may be children watching.
We told them to go away earlier. That's their fault. Or better yet, that's their parents' fault.
It's true.
Did you roll
Well,
a natural 20?
no.
Did you roll a
No.
natural 1?
Yeah.
Ah!
Are you?
Ooh, shiny thing over
Give me,
there.
give me, give me.
Goddamn shiny penny. Here's the thing. I'll give it to you like this. It's not that you're clueless about it. You just don't. It's not within 30 feet. You think if you get within 30 feet, you know. But right now, there's so many things that are in this room. There's so many things that could be like the center of it. It could be any one of these skeletons. It could be the rug. It could be like a stone tile. It could be the scepter itself. Maybe is also the center of it. You're like, there's too many options, right? All of them look too good. Correct.
Besides the obvious, does anything stand out to Penny?
Roll me an investigation check.
21.
21. A couple of the skeletons you thought might have moved a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's uncomfortable.
If Lenosa is a master of necromancy, it's possible these skeletons might also become a problem. A thought you might have, given your roguish and sorceress background.
Might I suggest that we leave this be right now, because there's a very good chance that if the magic holding these skeletons in place is dispelled, we're going to have problems.
That makes sense.
Alexa,
Yes,
turn
we're
on
going-
library.
We're going to have to.
No, you're fine. The light turned off. Go ahead.
We're going to have to. And he'll say as quietly as possible to make sure if she is listening, limited chance she is. We're going to have to remove her to get to the door, the amber door in the basement anyway.
Do you really think now is the best time to handle that?
I'm not sure there's ever going to be a good time to go one-on-one with a lich.
Now that we know what's going on and where things are at, that's kind of what I wanted to know from in here. I just wanted to use the opportunity of, I could still see invisibility and not waste the spell.
It makes sense.
Um,
Hervé, can you tell me what type of magic is on those skeletons? And what are the ones that Penny made of? I don't know if Penny nodded towards any of them, but I'm going to assume that there are enough skeletons in here we can have them just quickly check to see if there's a different magic on them than there are on the other skeletons.
Yes. As I look upon them, I do notice that there's a lot of necromancy and enchantment magic on all of them. But necromancy and yes, some kind of enchantment magic.
On all of them equally, or just some of them?
Yes, on many of them. On many of them, there's just enchantment magic. But within a few within sight, I also see necromancy on them as well.
Can you tell me which ones are which?
He'll point them out. There are, within 30 feet, there are 3 skeletons that have necromancy on them.
All right, Sebastian will quietly inform the rest of the team which three they are, based on what Kirby tells me, like the clothing they're wearing, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Clothes they're in. Those may animate. The others probably will not. But those three, and that's the ones only within range.
Keep an eye on the two that are in the same. Like if I could see two in the same line.
Yeah. Okay. Tamir, roll me a perception check.
Roll me a perception check. 13.
Okay. Of the three that he pointed out, each one of them has a knife that is on their belt buckle that is hanging loosely around their skeletal waist.
Okay.
It only seems strange because like the clothes have like mostly fallen off and there's already a belt at their feet. So this was put on them after the fact.
Okay. I'm just going to keep an eye on them and make sure that if they move, I move first.
Okay.
Or we deal with
So you're seeing whatever you guys do.
Of us that have magic missile, take care of those, then do the thing.
I would suggest that, or we use the magic missile to just directly destroy the gemstone and then deal with skeletons individually.
Yeah.
Either way,
Not something we need to deal with right now. I think we have more exploring we need to do first.
we're going to have to deal with this before we go downstairs, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like walking away from it, but if the will of the party is to walk away from this right now, let's do that now.
Yeah, let's walk away from this for now and deal with this after we've gone through the rest of this wing.
My only concern is that she may come up here and remove the damn herself.
Because she knows we've seen it.
Right.
We've seen it before, and she didn't do anything about it. We haven't interacted with it. So how would she know that we know what it is now?
She was listening.
If
Was
she
she?
was listening, that means we.
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any magical listening around us. I have been looking.
That's good for me.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys shut and reboard the door.
Yes.
You guys have learned the secret, Lenosis phylactery. And you guys shut and board the door to 67. The scene is still yours. Tell me wherever you go.
You know what? Let's. We head upstairs, I'm guessing.
Makes sense.
Okay. You guys are back at the red dot.
We know about the kitten. We don't know what's in 93, 87, or 86. Do we just want to go clockwise from where we started? Alright, so checking out 93.
Room 93.
The zombies playing chess.
Okay. 93. As you open up the door, the space is a comfortable parlor for entertaining. A stuffed duvet flanked by high-backed chairs surrounds a low table bearing a tea service in one part of the room. The other half.
Devon. Gotcha.
It's Devon? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The other half of the parlor contains a gambling table bearing a checkered board and a number of carved game pieces. Two mummified figures dressed in servant's livery sit at the board, slowly moving pieces in turn with agonizing slowness.
Alright.
So, that is what you have. Skylar, you are within 30 feet. So, I will tell you this. One of those chess pieces that they're moving around gives off a strong magic. The chess piece carved from amber that depicts a male king. And the tea set also comes off as magical.
I'm gonna. There's a magical tea set and a magical. One of the pieces is magical, but only one.
Only one.
I'm gonna study that piece specifically.
Sure. Roll me a Arcana check,
All right.
or you can burn one of your merchant's things.
I will burn one of my merchant things.
Okay. You burn one of your merchant things. That king chess piece is a stone of good luck.
Oh. That would be useful. I look at the two zombies
Okay.
playing.
Okay.
What kind of magic is on? What level of magic is on them?
General necromancy. What kind of zombies they are would be probably a Arcana or religion check.
I'm more just seeing if they're zombies that are actual zombies, or if they're the level of magic is a Enochian curse.
The level of magic is Enochian.
Okay. So
And yeah, maybe they're zombies. They're wrapped in like wrappings too.
those were people before the curse, or they may have been objects that were turned into zombies. I mean, either way. Is it worth going to try and take that chess piece from them?
Is that piece currently in play?
Yes, it is the king. It is the white king.
Is there another chess piece in here? Or another chess set in here?
No, that's the only one.
You have illusion magic.
I don't. Not really my my thing.
Mine either. I know, a bard with no illusions. It's weird, huh? But
That
it
is
doesn't
kind of
make it.
strange.
So I could yank it, but then we'd have to deal with that.
Probably. Unless you know of another chess piece and you can swap it out, or another chess set, we can swap out that piece.
Not off the top of my head now.
'Cause I'm pretty sure
We haven't
Tamir would have that skill,
Ask
right?
something.
Say it again?
So we haven't passed another chess set.
Wait, wasn't there some gaming going on back in the room with the original wolves where Richard was?
Let me see.
They were playing
They
dice.
had gaming stuff going on. Were any of them playing chess?
Oh.
They were playing dice and cards.
Yeah, they were doing dice and cards. They didn't have
Okay,
a chess
I just
set.
remember gaming. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something.
Roll me a intelligence check to see if you remember coming across any chess sets while you guys were exploring.
Can I aid him in that?
No, it's subjective. It's
Okay.
in his brain.
Okay, for some reason, it's not. I know what I rolled. I rolled a 21, but it's not showing up on my screen.
It showed on ours. It showed
Yeah.
on mine.
It's
Oh,
showing
okay.
on us.
Yes, 21. There is another chess set. The pieces are a little bit different. They're more made of silver and bronze. But there is another chess set downstairs. It's Claude's chess set in the library.
You think Claude would miss his chess set? One of his chess pieces?
I don't think so. He doesn't want to play with chess with anyone. Let's get that later and come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You guys grabbing that now, or
We've got to get the other chess piece up here before we grab that.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
so you go grab that other chess piece and come back up.
You guys want to do it right now? Why the hell not, right?
Why not? We can probably do it pretty quick.
Sure.
It's a quarter to 11 your time. Sure, what the hell? Let's knock this out before we call it a day.
Yeah. So you run downstairs and you grab the chess piece and you come right back.
Yep.
That's fine. No issue there.
I go.
Okay.
Hey, Tamir.
Yeah.
Think you could switch these out without them noticing?
I am not that kind of orc, but we'll see, right?
I can't if you want me to do it.
Let me try, and then if I need you as backup.
We need you as backup. They're already attacking.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Tamir moves forward. You have the chess piece in hand. It would be a sleight of hand check.
Yep.
Since they are actively in play, but moving slowly, I would say it is a DC. Yeah, that's going to be it's a DC 18 check.
I've got nothing to help you.
Before she goes in.
Yeah, you can cast guidance. Time Daddy blesses you.
Okay.
So you
All
have
right. Time Daddy blesses me. What does that give me?
you get an extra D4 to roll.
Okay.
On top of it.
So roll your normal roll plus a d4.
Stop that.
I rolled an 18.
Woo!
Okay, you know.
With a roguish cunning.
And I got the additional 3, so that gives me a 21.
Jesus, 21. It's not hard. It's not hard. They are moving very slow. You take like a little ball bearing and you kind of throw it to your right, and it goes, and it kind of makes a tinking noise as it hits against the marble. They slowly turn their heads towards the distraction, and you just very deftly grab the piece, change it out, and now you're holding a white. You've changed out the white king piece with a silver king piece.
Okay.
And they go back to slowly playing the chess game, none the wiser.
While
Okay.
she's
I
doing
will
that,
step backwards slowly. The key here, gentlemen, is to walk. Do not run.
while she's doing that, I'll study the
Tea set.
the tea set.
It is a tea set. The teapot will always produce hot water, and the teacups, any hot water poured into one of the 4 teacups will always come out as tea. Any hot water poured in the teacup will be tea.
Nice.
Jasmine tea.
Ooh.
And the kettle will always have any water put into it will become hot water.
It's a teapot of boiling. Interesting.
Another skill challenge done. And you've gone into 93. So now you have that tea set. And you have a stone of good luck. Whatever you guys want to do with that.
All right. Whoever wants the stone of good luck.
Well, Tamir's got it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tamir,
Who needs good luck? It's probably her.
yeah,
That's
Tamir,
true.
add a stone of good luck to your inventory.
Fantastic.
Okay. Given that, it is almost 11 o'clock. You guys want to end it here, and next session we just start off hot with the upstairs?
It works.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm emotionally drained from the earlier scenes. I'm not joking. That was hard.
Yeah, it was very good. Good role play
That was
tonight.
great.
What time in game would you say this is? So
Uh,
it's 2 p.m. when we 2 p.m. in game when we started.
I'll say with like everything that's gone on, we've kept, you guys have kept pretty well in time with the scenes. So I'd say 4 hours have passed in game, 4 hours have passed.
Because we did take a short rest.
We did take a short
But
rest.
part of that was the conversation.
I'll say
Right.
4 hours have passed.
So 6 p.m.
So it's 6 p.m. Yeah.
And we're in the hall upstairs.
You are in the hall upstairs. I will put a red dot where you guys currently are. You guys have just finished being up there. So I'll remove that other one. And there you go. It is your scene. When we start off, you guys are in the upstairs. I will have XP calculated very soon. And good job,
Awesome.
guys. I'm going to stop recording here.